2021 is now here and you finally want to get better at aiming. More specifically, aiming in Rust. With the new popularity in Rust, I'm making this video to show all skill levels from beginners to elite, what to do and have fun while training and improving your aim. Player versus player. It's one of the most important things in Rust. Help secure your loot to get home or take other people's loots from their grasp. However, no one is really talking about ways to get better for all skill levels, not just elite players that just want to learn spray patterns. So if you've just started or have over 1,000 hours like I do, this video is going to help you as much as it did for me and all my friends. Before I start, I must say that I really wasn't going to make a video on this topic as I am not an elite player in the PvP scene. However, no one is focusing on this one easy technique that everyone should be abusing. Like, this thing is so overpowered when it comes to learning PvP and aiming, so I have to address it in this video. This video is intended for casual players wanting to not die as much, but it goes all the way through to the elite players that want to win a lot of PvP fights and get everyone's juicy loot. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Quickly, also I want to mention that only a couple % of you guys are subscribed. I do love and appreciate the tight-knit community that I am building. However, if you do enjoy the content, even a few subscribers makes a really big deal for me. My goal is to hit 2,000 subscribers. Anyway, thanks a heap guys. I hope the PvP gods are on your side. Let's get straight into the video. Let's rapid address some things real quick. Yes, playing the game will help aim a bit. External aim training will help somewhat with reaction times and accuracy. And also there are some very minor in-game settings that will improve your aim. I won't be addressing any of these in this video. If you feel like you could benefit from any of these things, there are already a heap of videos out there, but just watch this and see if you need them after this video. Step 1 towards becoming an aim god is knowing and understanding your guns and attachments. This is a very simple step, but this is mandatory in beginning to get better aiming in Rust. There is a server that is called like a combat arena server. I'll put some on screen now. This has access to all the guns and attachments with still AI bots where you can practice getting familiar with all the guns. Before moving on to my OP strategy to becoming better at aiming, this step is a must and you have to take your time. Learn things like what tapping feels like with all the guns, what full spraying or full tapping feels like with all the guns, testing out attachments, and don't forget to learn the gun without anything as well. Focus on the gun's just basic sight, where you have to place it in order to get a headshot because they can vary with gun to gun. Take your time with this step. You have unlimited resources, so just go ham, but do spend the time learning all the guns and figuring out what guns you're good at, what guns you're bad at, spending more time on obviously the ones you're bad at. So now you guys should have a basic understanding of all the gun types and somewhat familiar with all the attachments. We can now move on to the next step, which is the main reason for me creating this video. Step 2. Now the reason in my opinion this is so amazing and I want to address it in the video is because generally when people are wanting to improve, they'll go and practice spray patterns for hours on a non-moving bot, Google a bunch of techniques and tutorials, and they just run out of steam before becoming considerably better. This step is not only helpful, but it will keep you hooked for hours and days ahead. So instead of burning out looking at the same AI bot and practicing shooting, you have real game practice instantly. And I can't stress this enough, it is addicting as. As some of you might have guessed by now, step 2 is 1v1s in a combat arena server. Now some people might get scared off by the term 1v1, but me and my friend just mess around on 1v1s with all the different gun types, practicing in real combat scenarios. So you don't have to get stressed about versing randoms or being good with the guns. You can just practice with your friends and mess around and have fun. In doing so, you will learn and you will practice 1v1s way more than you will be looking at just a singular AI bot practicing spray patterns. The first time I did this, we played for like 10 hours straight, and then the next day we went on and played again. You just have to find someone you enjoy playing with and just 1v1 them, 2v2s with, or 3v3s, whatever you want. In the end of the video, I'll teach you how to control one of these servers, but I promise you, just do these 1v1s, 2v2s with someone that you generally like and playing with, and you will become so much better at the game. It's crazy. I was been playing for 1,100 hours and I've never heard of a 1v1 arena server. It is really good. I can't stress this enough. you'll have to go try this and just practice for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then a week later, you'll be so much more improved, but the time flew. Instead of practicing boring stuff day in, day out, you can just practice 1v1s, 2v2s, and just really enjoy the game and experience the game for what it is. And that is it. That's my OP strat, because the OP strat is you won't stop. You won't want to stop. You won't get burnt out. You'll just keep going and going and going and going. And you won't really be thinking about practicing, but you'll just get, or that you're getting better, but you'll just become better because of the practice. But it's just, does that make sense? You guys just have to try it to understand what I'm talking about, but this is insane. The last part of step 2 is when you're playing, take it somewhat seriously, so then you actually learn. So take in consideration things like the player's movements, the player's footsteps, your positioning, fake positioning, tapping, spraying. Just think of all the game mechanics and try them all out. You can try some parkours to try get into some cool spots. You can fake going one way, go the other way. You could chuck a silencer on. Just try all these game mechanics and techniques in order to improve, but also to enjoy and have fun in the game. But yeah, I definitely recommend taking it somewhat seriously with your friend, so you do get that training and out of it, as well as enjoying it. Quickly before moving on to step 3, I also want to say stay tuned to the end, and I'll quickly show you how to enter a combat arena 1v1 and teach you a little bit of what sort of stuff you can do. You can like kick people, you can change the guns. I'll just quickly run through how to do that, so you guys don't have to figure that out on your own. But let's just move on to the last step. And now for step 3. If you really still want to improve, memorize recoil. Recoil training is annoying, but if you really want to get good, but it really isn't necessary. If you can use your 1v1 abilities in Real Rust, you will instantly become better without this. But I guess if you do want to improve it to that next level, you can learn the spray improvements. On the same server, you can practice recoil training like you see in front of you. It tells you where to pull down and what you actually did to what you should be doing. So you can practice this if you really want to, but to be honest, for every like normal, more casual, a little bit PvP players, it really isn't necessary. Only if you want to become that top 1%, that top 2% of PvPing. But I've never really practiced my recoil, and I win 80% of my fights at least. But step 2 is the way to go, but if you really want to continue, step 3 is recoil training in one of these servers. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to use the 1v1 arenas real quick. So the server I use is rustorio.co, but if you guys just type up combat arena or aim training or something, you should be able to find something that with relatively good ping. So as you can see, there's a lot of arenas here. There's about 30 maybe. So if you stand on one of these circles, it tells you what the map looks like and what the players are. So the first person to spawn is the owner. So the owner has a lot of powers. The most important is if you press tab and go into settings, kits manager. This is to choose what kits and guns you guys have. So we want to give us like an M249, and then the other people can have like compound bows. Or we can like both have semis. So just click the semis, and then you'll have the semi down here with all the attachments. If you don't want the attachments, just click the mods button. You don't have them, if you want to get them back, just click the mods, and vice versa for team 2. That's pretty much how to use all the guns. If someone comes on that you don't want, like this person just joined and I don't want to play with him, I click his name and he becomes banned. I'm not going to ban him, but you can just press that and they become banned from this arena. You can do a few other things, but that's all you need to do, and then you can force start. So if we force start it here, we'll be 1v1ing with semis. And there you guys have it. That is my aim training advice. I know I'm not the best, but I think it does really help. If you guys didn't watch my video prior, Happy New Year. I wish you guys all the best in this year. Don't flame me too hard, but I did hope this really helped some people. But yeah, thanks a lot everyone. I am a small channel, so if you can hit that sub, that would be awesome. I just got approved for ads, so I'm fully stoked on that. But yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoy my content and my personality, but I will catch you very soon in another video. Thanks a lot, see you guys later.